Who can be the richest demon? I feel like that's what they're fighting for. Who could be the most evil, the most demonic? I'm cleaning my house and I'm just listening to TikTok. I know it's not the best thing, but that's how I stay informed. And I feel like that's what these people are fighting for. Who can create generational wealth for their family while simultaneously ruining society? Like, is that the goal? Is that the end game? First, I see a video about the insurance companies being the reason for the shutdown, and I'm going to add screenshots of the videos that I'm referencing because I know I'm not the best at explaining things, especially politics, because I've never been political. It's always been so silly to me. But she says this shutdown has nothing to do with politics. It doesn't matter what side you're on, because even though the government is shut down due to the ACA, the insurance companies have still been getting paid every month. Allegedly, they've been getting their payments directly from the U.S. Treasury. So all of them, United Healthcare, Aetna, Kaiser, but they're greedy. And allegedly, if I'm understanding this right, they might lose their ACA credits for next year, and that's billions of dollars. So instead of just complying and lowering their insurance rates, they're saying, no, we want all the money we can get. And that's exactly why corporations like that should not be involved in politics, especially not in healthcare. Like, our health should not be a business. I mean, clearly it is, but it shouldn't be. And I feel like left or right, everyone should agree on that. Then I see a video about Trump's ballroom not really being a ballroom. Allegedly, it's a data center that's going to house the future automation and AI that's going to control everything. In the video, she mentions how an architect walked through how the numbers don't add up, like the dimensions. Basically, my daughter could have drew up the plans. It just doesn't make sense. She talks about how whatever is being built is in the East Wing, which is close to the PEOC bunker and also the underground tunnels that connect directly to the Treasury, other federal buildings, and like the communication infrastructures. So it's like prime real estate, but underground. And she also talks about the donors, like who's funding it, because it's not him. So y'all know that Trump does not mind spending our tax dollars to buy stuff, but this is privately funded. And if you look at the donor list, you might ask yourself, what would these people get out of a ballroom? There's defense contractors and tech giants like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and crypto companies like Coinbase, and telecoms like T-Mobile and Comcast. And again, what would these businesses do with the ballroom? Like, they just want to party? Y'all believe that? These companies clearly want in on the government operations. They're funding infrastructure that directly benefits them. And then I hear about Microsoft ending support for Windows 11. It was supposed to be ended this month, but they pushed it to 2026. But it means that your computer will still work, but it won't be protected against cyber crimes. Unpatched systems, which would result in having no protection, become easy targets to malware, hackers, data theft. Microsoft has been trying to put all of our data on the cloud and prevent people from creating local drives. So basically, they just want the money. They don't care for our privacy, data, information, none of that. They don't care if it's at risk. And then I see Chrisean's statement about Zeus Network, and I don't talk about her for a reason. I have a very strong stance on domestic violence, and I don't like the way it's been promoted. And then how she allegedly treats her baby, which I don't even know if I need to say allegedly anymore because, I mean, it's recorded on lives. But protect our babies, man. But to make it clear, I don't condone anything she does. She no longer gets any sympathy from me. But this one statement about Zeus, I believe. I don't have Zeus. I've never watched Baddies. This is coming from a person that used to watch Bad Girls Club. But if you have an ounce, just a little bitty ounce of discernment, you can see what this network is trying to do. Their agenda, what they're doing to us, absolutely not. What they're promoting is clear as day, and I wish we would just all unplug and see it. It's not entertainment. It's poisoning our minds. I digress. I'm not about to preach, but she said that they restrict food if they don't comply. They promote certain storylines. I mean, of course, reality TV is known to do that. But I remember the whole Woah Ricky rabbit hole, which is still ongoing. Like, there's allegedly she's being TRAFF, whatever. And I don't know if she just like feeding the narrative at this point because she makes videos and they're like, touch your shirt if you need help. She touch your shirt. I don't know. I don't know. But I do believe they do that. They're involved in that for sure. Hollywood is a wicked place. But then Chrisean makes a statement about how you have to humiliate yourself to make it to a certain point. And everyone knows that. Humiliation rituals, I mean, most people who are able to discern and like see through Hollywood know that. And it would make sense as to why she's been pushed so hard on like every blog, every platform. This girl has not stopped humiliating herself since she stepped on the scene. But yeah, my belief is that everyone associated with that network is demonic. Especially Lemuel's, I don't even know how to say his name, Lemuel's father, who has ties to a church and isn't real, if you catch what I'm saying. They have literally came out and admitted to social media being the biggest. He said that social media is one of the biggest threats or the biggest forms of war, something like that. Don't quote me. But they came out and admitted that. So obviously there's an agenda that they're pushing. And it's like, it's so in our faces, and it's nauseating when people don't see it. But it's like every company and even people at this point, and I'm not mad because, you have to live, but everyone just wants money. It's greed. Please know that there's no innocent billionaires, and I cannot stand celeb culture. Please just know that if there's someone on a pedestal and they're pushing them on us, I despise them. Ask yourself what they had to do to get there. What do they have to not say to stay there? But sorry, ADHD, I'm getting off topic. It's so hard to stay positive when you're like out of the matrix. And I wish I could give advice on that. But every day I'm optimistic. I am grateful for the things I have. And I know things will get better. And my daughter is very helpful because she's the sunshine in my life. So I don't know. I guess I would just say focus on what makes you happy. Focus on the positive things in life. And try not to stress. Try not to worry. I always say that too. Stress is the silent unaliver. And if anybody knows, it's me, how stress can manifest into different diseases and disorders. Do not be like me. Have a happy Saturday. Peace.